Hello everyone and welcome to the 3 by the Sea Designs YouTube channel. My name is Kim and this podcast is all about 3 by the Sea Designs, which is an online shop that I have with my mom Dreama and my sister Becky. You can find all of our contact information down below in the description box on where our shop is, our email address. We're on Instagram and Facebook. All of those places can be found down below. And this podcast, this channel is all about our shop and things that we're adding to the shop, and we share those things with you here, as well as things that I've been working on and projects, that type of stuff. So welcome to another episode. This is episode 66. Today's Friday, April 10th, and we do have a small shop update tomorrow on the 11th, which I'll talk about in just a couple minutes. I have some new yarn and notions to show you, and I have some finished objects as well as a couple of whips that I've been working on. So this should be a fun, full episode of all the knitting and crochet goodness. And so I hope you are working on a project, maybe using one of our new yarns from our spring collection that we had last month. And let's settle in and get started. The shop update will be tomorrow, which is the 11th of April. That's Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time in our Etsy shop. We'll be adding some new yarns and some new notions like scissors, stitch markers, needle stoppers, things like that. And I'm going to show you everything that we're going to be adding to the shop. Thank you to everyone who shopped our spring collection last month. We do currently have some of the colorways, not on all the bases, but we do have a few colorways left in the shop if you want to go take a peek at what is still there. And if you wanted to combine that with your order tomorrow, I would say go ahead and put whatever you want that's currently in the shop, go ahead and put that in your cart. And then that way tomorrow when the shop update comes, you can just add the new things and you can just order it all at once if you choose to do that. So we do have some yarn left in the shop and some really cute stitch, like spring themed stitch markers and needle stoppers. So definitely go check out what we have. And like I said, thank you to everyone who always supports our shop and supports our small business. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. We love our customers so much. We have so many repeat, loyal customers that come back every single time. And I just want you guys to know how much we truly value you guys for supporting our business. You are what keeps our business going and allows us to make all the beautiful things that we're able to make. So we very much appreciate all of you. There is a colorway that you guys have been asking us to bring to our shop for several months now. We debuted this colorway at a trunk show that we had late last year, and then we also took it to our fiber festival that we had in January, and we decided that we were going to wait until a little bit like towards summertime to add this to our actual shop because it's a very beachy colorway. So here is Beach Vacation, the long-awaited Beach Vacation. We've had so many people ask us, when is this coming to the shop? Because we've shared pictures of it on social media, and a lot of you saw it in person either at the trunk show or at the fiber festival. And so this is now finally coming to our shop. We're very, very, very excited about that. It's a beautiful, neutral, creamy tan color, and it has these really pretty pops of aqua and coral, like a really light peachy coral color, and there's some yellow in here as well, and then it's got really pretty sandy speckles. This is on our Sanibel base, which is our fingering weight. The sock set comes with 2 minis. Such beautiful, subtle, beachy colors with this. So we have Sanibel and Sanibel sock set, which is our fingering weight. We have our Destin which is our DK weight. All of our bases are named after cities or beaches in Florida. So the Destin base is a DK weight. So we have it as a single or as a sock set. We have our Amelia Stellina base, which is a really pretty sparkly Stellina blend. And the sock set also has the 2 minis. This one's really fun on the Stellina. It sold out at both of our shows. The Stellina, everybody wanted it on the Stellina. And then we have it on our St. Augustine Surrey, which is a lace weight silk alpaca blend. Really, really pretty. So it's on all the bases. Let me show you the swatch. This is a knit swatch. As you can see, it's very neutral, but it has those really fun pops of color all throughout. This is the knit swatch, and here is the crochet. So that's Beach Vacation. I have something really fun that we haven't done yet, which is a fun addition to this, which is our Beach Vacation mini set. We decided to add a mini skein set to complement this colorway. It has all of those colors. We just pulled them out and made them into tonals. And it looks so good with our new colorway. So you get 5 20-gram minis, and they will be available on our Sanibel base, as well as our Destin DK and our Amelia Stellina. Look at all that pretty beachy color. We have 2 tonals that would look really, really good with this. We're bringing back Beach Hut and we're bringing back Lagoon. Let me grab those. So Beach Hut is a colorway that we haven't brought back to the shop in quite a while. It's such a beautiful, warm tonal, sort of camel colored, very neutral, beachy vibes. And it looks so pretty with Beach Vacation. We're also bringing back our tonal called Lagoon on all of the bases as well. Here it is on all of them. Lagoon looks really pretty with Beach Hut, which also looks really pretty with Beach Vacation. So all 3 of those together would make something so beachy and beautiful. The mini set would also go with Lagoon as well as with Beach Hut. Another tonal that we have in the shop, I think already currently have in the shop, and if we don't, we'll add what we have in stock or what we have in our inventory, is Weathered Wood. And this looks really pretty. Look at Weathered Wood with all of those colors. So we love that together as well. I'm pretty sure this is in the shop now, but I'm not positive. We'll have to see what we have left. One of my finished objects is actually in Beach Vacation, so I thought I would go ahead and show it to you. I just finished this last night, actually. This is called the Unicorn Luck Shawl, I believe it is. Let me find the pattern and look and see what it's called. All right, so this is the Unicorn Luck. Oh, it says a crescent one skein shawl by Kino Knits, Kino. I will link her website down below. This is actually a free pattern, and she designed it to use one of your one skein wonders that you have in your stash. This is a fingering weight little shawlette. So you could wrap it, you know, just around your shoulders, but I think it looks really pretty like this. Where you just have it kind of draped around your neck. It's very neutral. You could wear it with lots of different things in this colorway. So this is called the Unicorn Luck. I love that she did two different types of, like she did the different sections. So you have a section of this sort of lace detail in the middle, and then on either side of it, you're just doing knitting back and forth, so garter stitches. And then there's a fun picot border at the bottom. Makes such a cute little detail on it at the very bottom. I really enjoyed making this. I think I did have like, I don't know, 10 grams or so left over because I was worried. She gives you instructions on how to, you know, measure and weigh your yarn and see what you have left to where you can try to use as much of it as you want, or as much of it as you can. But I think, because if you wanted to use a sock set, you could always do the contrast color of your mini in the bottom border. So what I should have done is just used up as much of the main color as possible, maybe done one more repeat, because I think a repeat is like 8 rows. So maybe I should have done one more repeat and then done the border in my contrast color, and I would have used that, I probably would have used this color as the bottom, which is the color that comes with the sock set. I think that would have been pretty down at the bottom to use for the border. So if I ever make this again and I'm using a sock set, I think I would use as much of that main color as possible, maybe do one more repeat of the lace section, and then start my border with that contrast color. So then you'd see like a little pop of color down at the bottom. I think that would be pretty. But I still love how this one turned out, and I love how Beach Vacation, the fabric that it created with this yarn and in this pattern. It looks so pretty. That's my first finished object that just happened to be with Beach Vacation. I do have more to show you, more yarn and more finished objects. Another colorway that we are bringing to the shop tomorrow is She Sells Seashells, and this colorway is a very special one because this is the very first one that we ever decided to sell in our shop when we decided to sell yarn, and we love this one. It was inspired by a under the sea project bag that was like a almost like a coral reef type of look to it. It had sea creatures and just oceany things, seaweed, all types of things. And we pulled all the colors from that fabric and created a beautiful oceany colorway. It comes with a really beautiful mini called Starfish. And so we love this one. Every time we bring this one to the shop, you guys absolutely love it. And it's always one that's requested. So She Sells Seashells will also be in the shop on all of our bases. The only base I don't have to show you is the Surrey base, because I forgot to twist one before I started doing this. So, but it will be available on all of them. Here is the Amelia base with the Stellina. Our Destin base, which is DK. Our DK sock sets always come with 2 minis, whether it's 1 color or 2 colors, they always come with 2 minis. So you have some extra yardage there. And our Coquina, which is our MCN blend. I don't know if I showed this one on the other Did I show it? I'm pretty sure I showed the coquina on beach vacation, but here it is just in case I didn't. This is a merino cashmere nylon fingering weight blend. Here it is next to She Sells Seashells. They look pretty together. We have some Starfish tonals. We had taken this to our festival back in January, and we have a few left over, not very many. I think we have them on all the bases, but we don't have, some of them are very limited on quantity because we did not make more of this. We just decided to add what we had left over from the show. So some of these there's just a few of, but Starfish goes really, really well with our Seashells colorway. You can see them together here. They look really pretty together. Lagoon also looks really pretty with Seashells. That's Beach Hut. The Lagoon also looks really pretty with it. So you have lots of options with the tonals as far as using different things together. Starfish and Lagoon and Seashells. I call it Seashells for short because She Sells Seashells is one I'm getting more used to saying, but still trips me up sometimes. So that's all three of those together. That looks really pretty. I wonder how all that would look together. The coral in this is a different color than this coral. This is more of an orangey starfish colorway or color, and then the coral in this is more pink peach coral. But you can see here how they all look together. The swatch for Seashells. Here is a swatch for She Sells Seashells. The knit swatch and the crochet. It's a really fun color. One more colorway that we are adding in as a sort of bonus is our Salty Air and Mermaid Hair colorway. This one we had made for the festival in January, and so we don't have it's limited, more limited in quantity than the new ones because we didn't make a full batch of it basically, and we only are adding in what was left over from the show. We do have all the bases, so let me show you the bases. Here is Sanibel and Sanibel sock sets. The sock sets come with a Lagoon mini. So you can see already right off the bat how good Lagoon looks with mermaid hair. This colorway is so fun. It knits up so beautifully. It's got so many fun colors in it. Pinks and purples and aquas, greens. It's really, really fun. So that's Sanibel, Destin and Destin sock sets. Amelia and Amelia sock sets. There's a description down below in the box, down below in the description box of what each base is and what the content is, the yardage, all of that. And then here is our Coquina cashmere and St. Augustine Surrey. So that is Salty Air and Mermaid Hair. Here's a swatch. See how pretty that is? And you get to see all those little subtle pops of color coming through when you're knitting or crocheting with it. Look at that. I made a pair of socks with this colorway back when I designed my Mermaid Waves pattern, sock pattern. It has this fun wavy detail here on the front that's supposed to look like mermaid scales. This pattern is available in our Etsy shop. I have this cute little toe on the front that's supposed to look like her tail. And this colorway was perfect for it. See all those pops of green in there? It's so fun. It's one of those where you can't stop knitting with it because you get to see all the little pops of color. And this is a good way of showing you how the Lagoon Mini looks really cute with it. So that is mermaid hair, Salty Air and mermaid hair. Sorry for the abrupt change in scenery. I had to come in the dye studio because this is hours later and I was editing the podcast and I realized that this whole next clip that I was going to show you, the last bit of yarn, has no audio. I have been having editing problems all day long today, so I am not really sure what's going on. It's just, it is what it is. So I decided I would just do a little quick re-record of what I showed you. And hopefully I remember everything that I talked about. So the last thing that we're adding to the shop is our Flutter mini set. This was a set that we added or that we took to the trunk show that we just did a couple weeks ago in Cocoa Beach at Knit and Stitch. This was for the Orange Blossom yarn crawl that just happened in at the end of March, beginning of April. And they were one of the yarn shops participating in the yarn crawl. And the theme this year was pollinators. So we decided to do a butterfly inspired mini set. Dottie, the owner of Knit and Stitch, she asked us for an exclusive yarn crawl colorway. So we created a beautiful colorway for her. Check out her website. I will link it down below if you want to see I think she probably has it for sale online as well. And it was called Butterfly Kisses. And this goes perfectly with that colorway. So this is a set of 7 20-gram minis, going from yellows, golds, oranges into blue, brown, and black. We'll have it available on our Sanibel base as well as our Destin DK. Sorry for the glare. I'm standing in front of the window trying to get some good lighting because where I was at earlier, the lighting is no good right now because it's already dinner time. So this is the new Flutter set. It goes really well with our White Sands color. That's what I used for the shawl that I'm about to show you. So it looks really nice with White Sands, with our Stark Raven Mad, beautiful black tonal. And it also goes really well with Weathered Wood. Someone at the trunk show bought this together and it looked so pretty. All right, so the shawl that I made is the Granny Stripe shawl from Crochet Objet. I'll link it down below. Look how beautiful that turned out. So pretty. I used, you would need 2 sets of the fingering weight for this. This is a fingering weight Granny Stripe crochet shawl. You would need 2 sets of this plus a main color as your in-between. So what I did was I did 2 colors, 2 stripes of the color and then 1 stripe of the white. My mom had done this with this shawl with one of her, I don't remember what she used, an Advent or something. And she alternated between the colors. And it looked really pretty, so we thought it would look really good too with our new Flutter set. So I repeated the colors 2.5 times basically. So I went from yellow to black and then yellow to black again. And then I just did 3, the first 3 colors to end it off. And then I used white sands for the border, which is like a pretty scalloped edge. This is such a great project. It would make a really pretty scrappy one as well. There's some shaping in the shoulder area, so it sits very nicely on your shoulders and doesn't fall off. I think I'm showing you the right side. I hope I am. Looks like I am. And it sits just really nicely like at your elbows. I think I might have done it slightly longer than the pattern recommended as far as the row length, but I wanted to round it off with these yellows and oranges, so that's why I did. But I can't remember if it might just be a couple of rows longer than what she wrote in the pattern. So I really like how it turned out. It looks almost like retro rainbow kind of look to it. And I used white sands in between. You could use something a little darker if you wanted to. The lighter yellows and oranges would really pop with that black especially. But I wanted it to be a little more neutral looking, and a little lighter, which is why I went with the white sands for the color in between. So I can't really back up and show you, but you get the idea. So that is our new Flutter mini skein set. And the inspiration picture was like it was called like Butterflies of Florida, and it had a bunch of different Florida butterflies that are native to Florida, and we just pulled from that picture and got so much color inspiration from it. All right, speaking of butterflies, I'm going to show you some notions that are currently in the shop, and then I'm going to show you some new things that we're adding. So to go with Flutter, we have our butterfly garden set of 5 different color butterflies. We have a few of those left. And then we have some really pretty singles of all the butterflies. These would be perfect with that mini skein set. Those are in the shop now. We also restocked bookworm needle stoppers. And since we have our Cheshire Cat sock set in the shop, we had a couple of these left over from the show, so we added those. Something new coming tomorrow is a new 2-piece bee and honey set, like a hive. Isn't he cute? This was, we took these to the trunk show as well. And look at the cute needle stoppers. How adorable would this set be? So those will be in tomorrow. We have some new scissors coming to the shop. These are the same as our other scissors. They're the small embroidery scissors. Very, very nice. We'll have a green pair, a purple pair, and a pink pair. The pink ones come with, you get a choice on a lighter pink sheath or a darker pink sheath. They all have flowers on them. It's a little hard to see, but you'll be able to see it in the pictures. See, that one has flowers. They're very, very cute. Perfect for spring. And they fit perfectly inside your project bag. And you guys are going to be really excited about these. We have our super snips back, but look, they're new colors. These are brand new colors that they just came out with. There's a purple, like a dusty purple, a blue, and then this sort of olivey green yellow color. Aren't those so pretty? These fit perfectly inside your project bag. They're very sharp. Comes with a little instructions. Not instructions, but just tells you what they are. So those will be in the shop tomorrow. And to go with our more beachy stuff that I showed you earlier, we have needle stoppers. We have, these say I need vitamin C, like SEA. And then we have a Starfish. And we have a set of flip-flops. Those will go really good. I hope that's focusing. Those will go really good with all the new beachy stuff that we're adding. So we have those, and we have some stitch markers. We've had these before. The colors are a little bit different than last time, so I wanted to show them. But we have a pink, we have a blue, but you can kind of see there's some green in it. And then we have a yellow that has a little bit of like an orangey pink tone as well. So those will be back. I don't know if you can see it, but they're very glittery and sparkly. They're really cute. So we have those. And then another new set. So we have these really cute beach charms. There's a set of 3, and there's also a set, I don't know why this isn't focusing. There's a set of 3, and then there's also a set of 4. So this one is the set of 3. It has a sign that says beach. It has a chair with an umbrella. And then there's a little drink with an umbrella in it. So we have that one. And then we have a set of 4. These are metal enamel charms. The set of 4 has a beach ball, a pair of shorts, a little palm tree, and a pail with like a sand pail with a shovel. So adorable. So we have the new 3-piece set, we have the new 4-piece set, we have the shells, and then there's a couple of things that I thought would look really cute with this that are already in the shop now. And that is these super cute. I think we call these beach buddies. There's a palm tree, a seahorse, and a starfish. And then this one is also really cute. It's ocean, beachy themed. It's gonna be hard to see them all, but there's a fish, a crab, and a dolphin. They're really cute. These are already in the shop. All right, so I think that's everything that I had to show you for the new stuff. This feels a bit like deja vu since I'm saying all of this over to you again. I hope the lighting is okay in here. There are 2 finished objects that I wanted to show you that were on the other clip that didn't have any sound. So I wanted to show those to you really quick because they're so pretty and they're definitely worth re-filming. This is the Reflected Love socks pattern from Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. And it was a color work, a little bit of color work here, which was really fun. In fact, you can kind of see how my color work improved on this one compared to this one. I got better as I went. It had been a while since I'd done any color work. I used our Sealed with a Kiss colorway that we came out with in January. It was a sock set, and it had this really fun pink mini with it. So I really loved working these, and I loved how they turned out. It was fun to do just a little bit of color work, so if it intimidates you at all, try a pattern like this where you just have to do a little bit. It's good practice. This pattern had the butterfly heel, which is a mock short row heel, and also the umbrella toe. Those are 2 techniques that I love using from her. I love doing my socks that way. And then the other finished object I wanted to show you, I can't remember if I showed this on the last episode. I don't think I showed it actually finished. This is the Peachy Keen hat, or maybe it was called Peach Tea hat. I can't remember what it's called. I'll link it down below. And I used our white sands on our Sanibel base, and I used our Mum's the Word colorway I held it double, and the Mum's the Word was on our Venice base, which is a mohair base. I made a super cute pom-pom. It's so like fluffy. There's a nice halo to it. And I'm pretty sure this is a free pattern. It has this beautiful lace work. Once I blocked it, it just looked so pretty. You could fold up the brim if you wanted to. It's really, really cute. And I made the pom-pom able to come off. I just sewed on a button, and then I attached the pom-pom. I made the pom-pom with one of those pom-pom makers, and I attached a little rubber band to it, and then I pulled that through and put it around the button so that you can take it off if you want to. Like when you're washing it, or if you just don't want to wear it with the pom-pom on it. I made it removable. So that was my other, these have been finished for months. Well, at least for a month or maybe a little longer. And I just hadn't had a chance to show them on the podcast. All right, I think that's everything from this video, this little segment. So you may see a little clip, one more clip of me saying, I don't remember what I'm gonna say. I have to go edit it now. So sorry for all the confusion, but hello from future editing Kim. The last thing I have to share with you is a work in progress. I started this probably about 2 weeks ago, maybe. It hasn't been that long, actually. This is the Sutton Shawlette by Tori Yu. And you actually use crochet and knitting both in this shawl, which I think that's one of the things that drew me to it, because I just thought that was such a fun idea to be able to use both. So I have this in my tea cherry blossoms project bag that we had in the shop a couple years ago. And everything, ooh, the mohair is getting me. Everything fits perfectly into this project bag. So here's where I'm at so far. I'm almost done, actually, which is so cool. This is where I am. I'm showing it to you upside down. So you start with the crochet section, and I'm trying to find the middle. You make like a crochet triangle, basically, like a granny stripe triangle. And then when you're done with that section, you pick up stitches and you start your knitting. So here is the knitting section. And it's just garter because you're just knitting on both sides. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the fabric. You can see how the fabric plays with both knitting and crochet. The color placement with this colorway, the disbursement of the color is so pretty and so even, and I just love it. This is our Morning Melody colorway. This one. I love seeing those pops of yellow and pink coming through. And then you can really see these speckles here. You can see them throughout, like up here, like there. And like here's a couple speckles here. Isn't that cool? How you just see them, little pops of them coming through. So I think I have maybe 2 or 3 more rows to do, or repeats of this section, like 4 more to do, and then I'm finished. And I have this much left. I haven't weighed this yet, but this I would say is probably about almost 20 grams, maybe not quite 20 grams, maybe like 15, I don't know. So I'm just gonna go until I want to use as much of this as possible. She gives you the recommended number of like in this section, but I'm gonna try to use as much of this as I can because it's just So pretty. I have these really cute needle stoppers that say welcome spring with the little bird. Aren't those so cute? So precious. And there's actually, oh, I forgot to mention, in the pattern, there's 2 different sizes. So you can make one, this smaller one here, is just a little tiny scarf for around your neck, or it makes a really cute bandana for your head. I don't know if there's a picture of it in the pattern. Let's see. No. But on the pattern online, you can, where you purchase it, you can see she's got a bandana on her head with the smaller one. I made the larger one. It is fingering weight. You use a US 4 3.5 millimeter needle for the knitting part, and then a size E 3.5 millimeter crochet hook for the crochet section. Highly, highly, highly recommend this. In fact, I was looking at some of her other patterns. She has the cutest little summer tees, and I was like, ooh, I really want to make a summer tee out of our linen and bamboo yarn. So I'm thinking that might be another new project. So that's my finished, or my work in progress that I had to show you. I do have a couple other whips, some lingering things that I gotta get back to. My blanket, my crochet jelly roll blanket, and a pair of socks. There's just some things that once I'm done with all of that, I have to reevaluate and see where I'm at with everything. If you've stuck around to the very end of the episode, thank you so much for watching and for supporting our channel. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up, like the video. It helps to spread the word, and it helps YouTube to know to recommend our video to other knitters and crocheters. And I am going to do a giveaway for this episode. I'm giving away a sock set of our In Bloom colorway, as well as our tulip stitch marker. So this will be the giveaway for today's episode. It's a sock set on our Sanibel base fingering weight. And any comment will do. I'll enter anyone into the giveaway if you comment, but I would love to know what your favorite flower is, or what type of blooms you love this time of year. I know for us, the azaleas bloom. They have actually already bloomed about a few weeks ago, but azaleas are so pretty, and I always know when the azaleas bloom that it's getting to be springtime. So what reminds you of spring, or what's your favorite bloom this time of year? And so I will draw a winner from the comments in this episode, and on the next podcast I will announce the winner for this. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found some inspiration from all of the yarns that I showed, or the patterns, the finished objects, all of those things. I hope you were able to find some lovely knitting or crochet inspiration. Don't forget that our shop update is tomorrow on Saturday, April 11th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time in our Etsy shop. And all of those things that I showed you earlier will be there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.